Okay, my friends, it's Truax31 here again. I think, while it's all fresh in my memory, we want to take this a little further today. Okay, we're talking about water temperatures and floor temperatures, etc. So, take a look at my drawing again. We have our setup, our house or trailer in this formation. We have our required water temperatures displayed here. And what I see far too often on my travels, all these loops will be brought into one location, such as this, and there'll be a series of T's put together, crimped or what have you. However, 3/4 inch pipe in between. They'll put a zone valve on here and a pump. No sort of manifold, simply T's crimped together, and this is absolutely the wrong way to do it. There's two words to describe the guy that does a system of this nature, and it's simply dumb ass, okay? Or if you say it quick, it's one word, dumbass, okay? Because here's what happens. You have it crimped together in such a manner. We have our water temperatures, and we must send to this assembly the hottest water in the house, which is 153 degrees. So we do that. We bring 150 in here. We put our thermostat in this room, wire it to our zone valve, and away you go. Okay? So, what happens in this case? This room requires heat. Thermostat requires heat. It opens up the zone valve, flow comes in the entire assembly. Well, these other rooms may not require heat. They certainly don't require water that hot. So what happens? They're going to get this very hot water, much hotter than they need, driving heat into these rooms, and it's going to not stop until this thermostat is satisfied, no matter how long it takes. Okay? So, of course, this could take a few hours. These rooms are going to be dramatically overheated in that time period. So what can you do? Well, you can take this thermostat and put it in this room, for example. Wire it back to our zone valve, and you'd think that would make it better. But just because we move the thermostat doesn't mean now we have to have 82 degree water. We still have to supply 153 degree water to this assembly to heat that particular room. Okay, so in this scenario, thermostat calls for heat. Very hot water gets driven into the floor, much hotter than it wants. This thermostat is satisfied very quickly, shuts the valve off. Valve shuts off, no more flow goes anywhere. So the rest of the rooms in this house will not get hot enough. There's no way they can do it. So what can you do? Well, what we would prefer to see it happen, number one, get a real manifold in place. And in this case, what we really should do is try to combine like water temperatures together as much as possible. So I'd like to see two manifolds in this case. One servicing these two rooms, another one servicing these two rooms, and we'll have two different water temperatures coming into the house. This one, this manifold 153, this manifold 115, okay? Couple of pumps, etc. Now that's going to help. But what we further would like you to do is add some zoning. Add a thermostat to each room. And then we add an actuator to each loop. Okay? Very simple. Thermostat wired to its own actuator. So each room controls its heat independently. The bathroom says I need heat. It opens up this actuator only. Pump is running. This one can stay closed. Those can stay closed. They're completely independent of each other. Now, milled water may still be a little hotter than it needs to be, but it can shut it on and off as required without affecting anything else. Now, if you have a big house, 20 rooms in it, certainly you don't need to have an actuator and a thermostat in every room, but it would certainly help, and you may find out that you want to in the future, but at least group like rooms together. You know, perhaps you can have the bedrooms with the high water temperature together on one thermostat, or the hardwood areas, one thermostat, that sort of thing. But you need to have multiple zoning, multiple manifolds to make this effective. So keep that in mind when someone tries to sell you a crimped together teed system with a zone valve on the end. It's not going to work. You're not going to be happy. You're going to be pissed off at Radiant Flora. You're going to be pissed off at me, and it's not my fault. I'm just trying to tell you like it is. So till next time, have a great day.